guys, so with this one you see once it shows here it's crashed, once it shows here it's crashed, once it shows here it's crashed. You see with the maximum of 10 candles you are expecting a spike. So in a situation where the detector shows at this point and you put in your first entry, once it gets into the 9th to the 10th candle, you can add another position so that even if it crashed small, the position that you open around this point will be able to overshadow the first entry to give you some profits. But mostly once it shows within 2 to 3 minutes and it's crashed, it will give you a big crash as we've been seeing over here. And just recently it crashed here to this point at the first video that I made, and I said that it's a swing trade, inter-trade. So I'm still holding this position as I open it. I'm still holding because I knew on a daily time frame it has buy since the whole day and it's getting closer to the daily close time frame. So I'm holding because it has to crash tomorrow, and I'm still holding because it will soon crash more and more before the daily time frame or the daily candle is closed, before I can close this trade and open another one once my detector shows for me to open another trade. So once it shows you taking your trade, once it spikes, you take your profit and open another one once it shows again. But for you to determine if the crash will be double or it's gonna crash series, with that one, unless you come and do my mentorship for me to teach you how you're going to apply that, and it demands a support and resistance, some trend lines and some analysis that you have to do to know that it's gonna crash for a longer time. But with the detector, once it shows and it crashes, you take your profit. Once it shows and it crashes, you take your profit. But you can hold a maximum of 4 candles before you take up your profit like this. Once it's crashed here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th candle it's crashed again, and here once it's crashed bigger enough, what candles are you holding is you hold at least 10 candles to see if there will be another crash again before you close the profit like this. Once it's crashed 1, 2, there was another crash over here, so at least 4 minimum candle holding will give you some profit after the first spike.